Guys, it's Steve. So Kristaps Porzingis, my main man, which I'm going to see play tomorrow night against the New Jersey. It's like I'm living in 2007 when I was growing up. Against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to see my main man, Kristaps Porzingis, versus the Brooklyn Nets. It's in the Barclays Center. Gonna bring y'all a video on that Friday. I go tomorrow night, but by the time I'm done with the video, it's not like I'm gonna upload it like midnight or something. So I'll bring that video Friday for you guys, so expect that. But my man KP, who I'm going to see in the NYC, is the best big man in the Eastern Conference, in my guys' honest opinion. Now, there are a few big men where I can see the argument as to why people would say, you know, okay, maybe Kevin Love is better, or Dwight Howard, or Hassan Whiteside. Now, the crazy thing is a lot of people really sleep on my man Dwight Howard. It's like people have forgotten what this man has done, and it's ever since he left Orlando. And you know, it always bites people in the butt. No cursing, you know, like how it kind of bit Dwayne Wade in the butt when he left Miami and went to Chicago. It wasn't really a good fit for him, and then he just left after a year. To me, he should have stayed in Miami for the entirety of his career. He could have been that once-in-a-generation player that played for the same team for his entire career. You know, like Kobe's. I know Kobe was drafted to Charlotte, and like Dirk. I know Dirk was also drafted somewhere else, but they played for the the Mavericks, the Lakers, the Miami Heat for the majority of their careers. And I believe Dwayne Wade should have been one of those once-in-a-generation players, because it would have really helped his legacy. But that's besides the point. The point is that people have slept on, or it's not slept on, because they continue to sleep on Dwight Howard. They sleep on Dwight Howard. They think Dwight Howard is this, you know, bomb now. I mean, I'll admit it. He didn't adapt his game. And it's not that he sucks at basketball. It's just the game evolved, but he didn't evolve his game. What do you mean by that? It's like Shaquille O'Neal trying to play in the modern era. You know, he would still be good, but he wouldn't be as great as he was when he was in his prime in the early to mid, well, 90s in general. I would say late to early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s, when he was in the peak of his prime. You know, during his Lakers days. I mean, he was a beast in Orlando, let's be real for a second, but Dwayne Wade carried him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when, what was it, on TNT, they had Shaq on Kobe's shoulders, and then Dwayne Wade's shoulder. That was funny, and then Shaq walked off the set. That was really funny. You could dish it out, Shaq, but you can't take it back. Yeah, so Dwight Howard, he just didn't evolve his game. He didn't develop the jump shot. He didn't develop the three-point shot. The free throws just didn't, you know, really develop. And we started seeing hack of Dwight, you know, just the hack of Shaq on Dwight Howard. And people got fed up, and, you know, you can't really use those type of big mans anymore in the modern era. For example, Andre Drummond, Greg Monroe, who they should have stayed on the same team in Detroit. They're really good big men, but they don't stand out because they're just they're the historical big man, the shot blocker, the rebounder, you know, and the defensive big man. They're not the, oh, I'm gonna give you 30 points per game like a DeMarcus, or like a Anthony Davis, or like a Kevin Love, or like a Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, we don't see that. I mean, we've seen those big men here and there, like Yao Ming. Unfortunately, his career didn't last so long because of the injuries. You know, we've seen Dirk Nowitzki, but it's like we're in an era where the big man is dominant when they're shooters, and which is why I say Kristaps Porzingis is the best big man, because in terms of being able to play in the modern style, my man KP is the best suited out of Hassan Whiteside, out of Kevin Love, you know, I mean, out of Dwight Howard, because KP's the only one that can get the ball. He can actually, I've seen him dribble up from the half-court set, from the full-court set, actually. Go to the half-court set, you know, create a play, run the offense through him while he's dribbling. I've seen him do that. I've seen him catch the ball at the top of the key, go around a screen, and this man is 7'3". It's like seeing Giannis, but in a real big man fashion, which is very strange. You know, so that's why I say KP is the best big man in the East, because he's more equipped to be that dominant big man. He's the shooter. He can dribble. He can do everything. He's athletic. He's quick. He's agile. He's strong. He's fast. He's all of the above. Great shooting ability. The height to back it up. You know, he's the best player on his team. He's doing his thing. You know, so when I see best big man, I'm not saying in the NBA because he's not better than, you know, players like DeMarcus or Anthony Davis. You know, those are some really dominant big men, and there are a few more that I'm missing. But I will say that KP, in terms of the Eastern Conference, without a doubt, is the best big man in the East. I mean, I wouldn't take Hassan Whiteside over him. Hassan Whiteside is an absolute monster. He can rebound the ball. He can block shots. But then again, he's a stereotypical, historical, you know, old school big man. You know, your shot blocker, your defender, your rebounder. You know, but we're in a modern era where we need shooters. We're in an era where we need, you know, people to dunk the ball, and we need people to dribble up the court and pull up and catch and shoot. So that's why I value, a lot of people don't realize why I value Kevin Love so much, because if he were on his old team, the dude would still average 26 and 15 like he did in Minnesota. It's just he's playing behind LeBron. He's playing on the same team as Dwayne Wade. He's playing with Derrick Rose, with Isaiah Thomas. I know they're all injured for the most part besides LeBron and Dwayne Wade, but still. All right, and he was playing behind Kyrie Irving for a while too. So LeBron and Kyrie, that's 50 points he's missing out on. All right, so you look at it from that perspective, but then you also look at it from the perspective he's very agile. He can catch and shoot. He can play the low post. He can rebound the basketball. He's very strong. He's a solid defender in the post. He's a great big man, an absolute monster of a big man. And I would love to have him on the New York Knicks anytime, any day. You know, but I just feel like KP, for the fact that Kevin Love is a great shooter, but he's not an off-the-dribble shooter, whereas Porzingis can catch and shoot. He can take you off the dribble. He can pull up. He can create his own shot. I'm not saying Kevin Love can't create his own shot, just not at the half-court set. He can create it in the low post, but not at the half-court set, and he can't run the offense through him, which is very strange saying that a 7'3" big man can run the offense through a 7'3" big man. But that's the case. We can run the offense through a 7'3" big man that can also shoot the ball, dribble. I mean, what else do you want? You know, and last night, he dropped, what, 37 for, like, this is like his, what, 10th 30-plus point game this season. 37 points on the Lakers. Lonzo Ball had a solid game. The Lakers, they have a pretty good future, not as bright as the New York Knicks. But, you know, Kristaps Porzingis was doing his thing. And I'm excited to see him more aggressive. I can see that he's worked on his strength. He still has a long way to go in terms of strength. I see him times at some point in time trying to back people down, and he's going nowhere. You know, it's like me trying to back down Andre Drummond. I'm going nowhere against him. Or like me trying to back down, like, I don't know, like Dwight Howard or something. I'm not going to go anywhere. And it's the same thing with KP. I see him do it all the time, and he just doesn't go anywhere. And he just goes for the high knee fadeaway, which is fine. But if you develop that strength and you can back them down a little bit, to be lower, it'll be an easier shot. But not only that, if you set up the offense to where you catch the ball really low and you can hold your ground down there, you're not going to get pushed out of the low post. And then you're 7'3", you don't even have to jump to dunk the basketball. No one can block you, you know? So, I mean, come on, KP, get that strength up. You know, keep doing your thing. And I'm telling you, tomorrow night, you better put on a show. I want like 45 points. I want 50 points. I want something special. I don't want no 20-point game, no 10-point game, no 15-point game, no 25-point game. I want something historical against the Brooklyn. I keep saying New Jersey. I was about to say New Jersey Nets. Against the Brooklyn Nets. I want something historical. I'm gonna feast out. I'm gonna get hot dogs. I'm gonna get nachos. Whatever. That's besides the point. But, yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Kristaps Porzingis is the best big man in the Eastern Conference? And if you disagree with me, who do you think is better? Do you think Al Horford is? There's a reason why I didn't bring him up. Do you think Al Horford is a better big man? Do you think Kevin Love is better? Do you think Hassan Whiteside is better? Do you think, did I say Kevin Love? Yeah, I think I did. Do you think Dwight Howard is better? Who do you think is better? You know, maybe you might even think Serge Ibaka or Ibaka, because the dude is a monster at blocking shots. Or he used to be in OKC days when he was Defensive Player of the Year back in, what was that, 2012. You know, who do you think is the best big man in the Eastern Conference? My say is it's Kristaps Porzingis, without a doubt. The man is an absolute monster. He has a great career ahead of him. Hopefully, he can stay healthy, because that is my main concern. Whoa! Sorry. That is my main concern with Kristaps Porzingis, is health. Can this man stay healthy long enough to where we can actually do something productive? You know, it's very rare to have someone that tall, that skinny. You know, it's different when you're big as hell, like Dwight Howard was. You know, but when you're that tall and you're skinny and stuff like that, it's a bit different. All right, so Yao Ming, it's a big difference. So please, KP, all I'm asking is that you stay doing you, stay healthy. Don't worry about none of that other nonsense. Just do you, and everything will be all right. You do that, and I guarantee you, KP, you'll be a Hall of Famer in no time. You'll be a Hall of Famer in no time. Let me know who y'all think's gonna win tomorrow night. Also, Knicks versus Nets. I gotta go with my Knicks, baby. I mean, I love both teams. I grew up watching both teams, but like I said, Knicks over everyone. I've been there since day one. What can you say? I'm a Knicks fan for life. It's been your man, Steve. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out of here, man. Peace.